So welcome back. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how do cyber criminals make the attacks? Where do they get the information from? Where do they get the tools from? How do they learn to do this stuff?
So where do they get their info from, right? It's interesting that these days the sophistication is not really in the attacker. It's in the channels, the platform of cybercrime itself. For example, anybody these days, it's plug and play for the criminal. Anybody can do these crimes because you've got these channels. You've got the dark web, which is kind of second hat these days. These days there's Telegram, there's Discord, there's even YouTube that's much better at providing information for criminals to attack you. So the dark web is still there, but you don't really need it anymore, right? You don't need it. So what do these attacks look like? Or where do you get the information from? So a beginning criminal, he can buy a tutorial, $5, $10, that will walk him through some specific type of crime. He can take live instruction classes. For example, on Telegram, there are individuals who teach first-party fraud, this refunding fraud, which is kind of eating merchants alive right now. They teach these classes for up to $2,500 a class.
And so how does that work? Is it like a Zoom call? It's
like
a live
Zoom
chat
call.
thing? Okay.
You've got the Telegram channel itself. Then you've got individual direct messaging channels where they'll walk you through how to do this specific type of attack. Who are you trying to hit? They'll ask these questions. Then they'll give you advice on who to do it, or what payment instrument to use, and they'll walk you hand in hand on how to commit that specific type of crime. So you can buy tutorials, take classes. A lot of the times, if you're just in the channel, you simply ask the question, and someone will respond and help walk you through that specific.
And so why are they so happy to kind of share this information as a community? Because they're doing a better job than I think like sometimes we are at sharing how to mitigate these
That
things.
was one of my main questions when I became a legal guy. My main question was, the bad guys are all about sharing and exchanging information. Why don't the good guys do it? It took me a while to find out, well, it's privacy concerns, regulations, sometimes it's competitive stuff. But, the good guys we understood was Shadow Crew, because Shadow Crew is the first channel that does this kind of thing. We understood with Shadow Crew that by educating everyone across the board, everyone becomes more profitable at the end of the day. So these days, the way crime operates is you'll have someone within one of these criminal groups, say the group is 200,000 members. You'll have someone that has an exploit. They know a vulnerability someplace. And vulnerabilities, here's the stat, 90% of every single attack uses a known exploit. That's why attacks really happen. It's not 0 days at all. But they'll have an exploit. So they'll mine it out in their geographic area until it's done for their area. Then they'll share it with their inner circle, 10 to 15 people. And then once that's done and mined out for their geographic areas, they either sell it as tutorial or it goes wild within that whole community like that.
So they're not really competing with each other.
They do not. They do not. We understand. I say we because it's that criminal mindset again. But we understood long ago that everyone works together and everyone profits more at the end of the day. The good guys are still not quite there when it comes to that.
Yeah, no, that's great. Well, there you go. So that's it for today's segment. We'll see you on the next one.